She spent 70 years hiding her emotions behind duty. A queen who never cried in public, never complained, never let the world see her break. But there was one moment, quiet, private, unseen by cameras, that those closest to Queen Elizabeth II say was the most emotional of her entire reign. A moment that revealed the woman behind the crown. Let's step into the story the world never saw, but the monarchy never forgot. The palace phones rang before sunrise. Voices trembled. The world was waking up to the unthinkable. Princess Diana was gone. Inside Balmoral Castle, the Queen stood frozen. No cameras, no reporters, just silence. Elizabeth wasn't just a monarch hearing news. She was a grandmother, a guardian, and at that moment a woman who had just realized her two young grandsons had lost their mother. Those who were there say the Queen didn't speak for nearly a minute. Not because she didn't care, but because the weight of that tragedy crashed into her all at once. Elizabeth walked out onto the grounds of Balmoral alone. No guards, no advisors, just the sound of Scottish wind moving through the hills. Witnesses say this was the closest she ever came to breaking. Her head lowered, shoulders trembling, eyes fixed on nothing. Not the Queen, not the symbol, just a grandmother facing the deepest sorrow her family had seen. She whispered a sentence only a few claimed to have heard. "The boys, how do we protect them now?" It wasn't about the crown. It wasn't about the press. It was about William and Harry, two children sleeping upstairs who had no idea their world had just shattered. People called her cold, unfeeling, detached, but they didn't know the truth. Elizabeth hid her grief not because she didn't feel it, because she wanted William and Harry to grieve without the world watching. She shielded them from cameras. She kept Balmoral closed to the press. She cooked with them, sat with them, held them while the world demanded statements, tears, reactions. Duty told her to return to London. Her heart told her to stay with her grandsons. For the first time in her reign, she chose family over protocol. When she finally returned to London days later, the public thought she had been uncaring. But those inside Balmoral knew the truth. The Queen had been doing the most human thing of all, protecting two grieving children from a world that had already taken their mother. Her most emotional moment wasn't filmed, wasn't photographed, wasn't written down. It lived in the quiet corridors of Balmoral, in the eyes of a grandmother who finally allowed herself to feel what she never showed the world. Queen Elizabeth II was known for composure, for strength, for silence. But her greatest emotional moment wasn't the tears she never cried.